Yeah, I'm Jaden, so I'm an owner of Terryland, and this is my co-host, Adam. How you been, Adam?
I've been good, thank you. How are we going over in Terryland, Jay? How's everything going?
Yeah, good. We got some new plushies, so yeah.
Oh, good to hear. Now, we're going to talk about episode 1 is all things Super Smash Brothers.
Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light.
First of all, why have we chosen the first game we're going to talk about is Super Smash Brothers? Why are we talking about that game? What do you like about it?
Yeah, right, because it's one of my favourite games, my first game I ever played, so Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
It's the first game you ever played.
I just like everything, but I hate one thing about it, and that has to be adventure mode or spirit mode. That was so bad. That's what I don't like about it.
What didn't you like about adventure mode?
Because it's too average.
Did you think that it was you prefer the fights and the faster kind of gameplay? It was a bit slow, maybe too much. Wasn't it like you I'm trying to remember. You had to like move around the board, like you had to move across and do different steps.
Yeah, that's a bit hard. So it became a bit confusing for players. So it's got me at least at least 2 years to finish it.
It took you 2 years. So you did finish Spirit Mode. So you stood it out. You stuck it out, did you?
Yeah, it's a bit hard, but now I'm doing a competition for my Super Smash Bros. So wait to 50.
Oh, so you've moved on to back to the arena. I like it. Who would you say are your 3 main choices as fighters?
Oh, Banjo-Kazooie for that one. And I won at least 2 tournaments of them.
I mean, Banjo-Kazooie, he comes from like such a famous Did you ever play the original Banjo-Kazooie on Nintendo 64?
I did. But I like it. I finished it, but it took me at least a week to finish it. So
that's pretty good. A week. I thought that was one of my favorite games growing up. See, Jay, I'm from the 1990s, so Nintendo 64 was like my favorite console. I love Banjo-Kazooie.
I was born in the late 90s, so I'm still part of the 90s.
Still just part of the 90s, but did you play a Nintendo 64? Do you even know what I mean by Nintendo 64?
No, Nintendo 64 is on the Switch, so that's why I've been playing it.
It is on the Switch, on the online Switch. Mm.
Yeah, so Super Smash Bros. But I really want to see Super Smash Bros. Original in the N64 as well, so that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome. So we should tell our listeners, but that you mean the Nintendo Switch has an app of 64 games that you can play if you're an online member.
Yeah.
And you wish that that's a great call, Jay. Imagine if you could play the original Smash Brothers online with other people on Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's
and we're looking forward to what I'm looking forward to seeing more future N64.
Yeah, what's some have you? I'm just curious. Like, since you're a late 90s baby, do you recall? Do you remember? Have you played Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time at all?
Well, I used to play Ocarina of Time a couple of times, but I played the Majora's Mask. That was an awesome game.
You've played Majora's Mask on 64.
Yeah.
Nice.
I played it, so it's awesome.
Did you play that?
I think that's been my favourite Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
I played that a lot. I'm up to the final, up to the second boss, so.
And that's
pretty hard though.
Yeah, it is hard. Did you play that on the Switch app we were talking about, like the Switch online? Yeah.
The Switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Switch. So
nice.
A bit hard, but yeah.
Yeah, because some of the
so
and it's a good thing too that they offer all these games for free because did you know that some of the 64 games are quite valuable now to buy the original cartridges?
Yeah.
So there's like, it's just so much more accessible and easier for people to play on the Switch than buying the 64 console. So much better. But did you play Super Mario 64?
Well, it's my favourite game of all time. I used to play for a DS. So if they do make a remake, I hope they put Waluigi in there. But he was so funny.
Yes, Waluigi. He's great.
And in the Plus series, I got my Waluigi always loved to dance. So he's like keeps saying dancing and Radish, and Terry just about had enough and whacked the shit out of him.
Look out, Terry! That's classic. Did you know that with Super Mario 64, remember how you had to collect all of the 120, I want to say, golden stars? What?
No anymore. In the DS, it had to get 999 one.
Oh, 999? I don't remember there being that many.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm thinking? I want to journey back to our conversation when we were talking about Waluigi. He's kind of a perfect example of a character that I wish you could play as in Smash Brothers. Who's some other characters that you can't play as that you reckon we should be able to?
Oh, it has to be Rayman. He's been a top tier list.
Rayman.
Top tier list since the top tier list everyone's in Smash. I thought my prediction was Rayman, the final two will be. I predicted Sword to be in. That's but I didn't like Kazooie. That wasn't bad. I thought it would be Crash.
Oh, okay. So let's hang on a second. Let's refresh this. So Jay's top 5 characters that predictions. Go, hit me with them. Number 1.
Okay, number 1 has to be Rayman because he is so awesome. The Rayman, he just released a Switch. I think it's called. I forgot what it's called. So
that's good.
I want Rayman being Smash.
Rayman's a great call. I played lots of Rayman on PlayStation 1. Rayman 1, 2, and 3. They're all classic games. Great call with Rayman. And what was your second one?
Crash Bandicoot.
Great. Crash Bandicoot. And it's funny because both... You go.
Yeah, they're both from... It's all doing the same franchise. Like the same console.
It's funny that you say that because that's I was just about to say that Rayman and Crash were both from PlayStation. And have you noticed that Smash Brothers has been adding more and more other franchises into the game? There's quite a few different franchises now, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. And this is very awesome. But I think the third one has to be the one of a top Mario. Has to be Paper Mario. Has to be it.
Oh, yes, Paper Mario. Do you think he should be a separate character or just a skin of Mario, though?
I think he'll be a separate character because he got the hammer. But Mario just used Fireball, so that'd be... And I don't know if he uses hammer.
Good point. Almost like Link and Toon Link are separate characters.
And number 4, my 4th.
Yes.
You think this is a good idea? I think we need now Kirby. I think character. I think Bandana Waddle Dee has to be in.
Oh, I'm not too familiar with the Kirby. I haven't played any Kirby games growing up. So what?
I played a bit of Kirby and.
What's his name?
Bandana Waddle Dee. Yeah, he's been Bandana Waddle Dee.
Oh, okay. I'll have to search him up. So tell me
He's part of King Dedede's psychic.
Oh,
so
okay.
Evil. Yeah, but I think he's good because he always loves he's a Kirby. We need more Kirby reps. It's only 3, so it's just Man Knight, King Dedede, and Kirby. We need more.
Oh, that's a great call. I'll have to. We'll put him up on the screen so we can see who you're talking about. But he's I haven't heard of him, but I do. I love Kirby and King Dedede and Meta Knight, and yeah, it sounds like we could do with another Kirby edition for sure. That being said, though, there's lots of other characters from Smash that need more characters, like Sonic. There's only Sonic.
Oh, I think I got playing into Sonic. it's between three. I might put in the screen right now. I just say it. Knuckles, Tails, and Shadow. Has to be one of those three. Has to be
What
the next
about
Smash game.
Eggman?
Well, Eggman's good, but the Eggmobile will be too hard. It's like a Bowser Jr. copy.
Yeah, good point. He does have the... Yeah, that's a really good point. If we put them side by side, Eggman and Bowser Jr., they are a bit similar, aren't they? Good point.
Adam, what's your top five? Who want to be in Smash?
Oh, thanks for asking me, Jay. I'm... You know who... I'm not going to think too much. I'm going to just think... You know how sometimes we think instinctively, so I'm not going to think too much. It's just what my brain wants the most. So number one, I'd love to see Tails. I think Tails from Sonic.
Okay.
I agree. I think Tails would be a perfect... Imagine his floating tail going around the level. He'd be a perfect choice, Tails. I think...
And I think probably his final Smash will be though.
That's a good question. I think... You know what I think? You know how in Sonic they were saving little animals and saving critters heaps of the time? Do you remember that? Eggman...
Oh.
I think Tails and Tails should... You go.
Maybe it's my opinion, but maybe he uses plane for his final
Oh, that's way better than I was going to say. That's a great call. I was going to say that he would unleash a bunch of little animals.
And combined with like a robot or something.
Oh,
And maybe a bunch of missiles.
that would be more Dr. Eggman, I would have thought. But I love your plane idea. I think you've nailed it. What's the point in even me thinking of another one? You've beaten any idea I could come up with the plane. With that red kind of Spitfire. I think that's a great call.
And maybe an explosion as well. So.
I think that's such a good call, Jay. I think number two, though, let's move on from Tails. I think number two of my characters that should be in Smash, I have to pick Waluigi as well. I think Waluigi needs to be in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's my number two as well.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I agree with you 100%. And I think he's been around since Mario Party on 64. He's an iconic character. Like, he should be in it.
And his first game is in Mario Kart, so his first game. And first game is Mario Tennis, so...
Yeah, exactly. He's been playing tennis with the gang. He's been partying with the gang. He's been driving with the gang. He needs to be in Smash.
They put Daisy, but I thought Waluigi be in Smash, but not Daisy. I didn't expect Daisy to be in. I think Daisy is a bad choice. I'm sorry, but I think Waluigi should be in than Daisy.
I agree.
I like Daisy, but I know we don't need a Peach Echo. I think Waluigi should be in Smash Ultimate.
Peach Echo, I like that.
I don't like Daisy.
I totally agree, Jay.
I don't like Daisy.
I totally agree. I think you summed it up better than I could. She is just a Peach Echo. You know who I think my number three choice is, and I've got one that you haven't said. Oh, an iconic...
Where is it?
Iconic member of the core Mario team. Toad.
Where? Yeah, Toad.
Toad.
Yeah, but I think I think the Slash Toad, but I think maybe Captain Toad would be a better choice.
Oh, is that the one from Treasure Tracker?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think Toad's a good choice, but maybe put Captain Toad would be easier that way. So yeah.
Well said, because you've got the backpack, which could be like good extra weapons, and he could use his saucepan. And
I'm not good with Captain Toad series. I'm not good at it. I'm not a fan of it, but so.
Oh, what weren't you a fan of with that game?
It's not much action for me. So yeah.
That was more of
collecting.
that genre of game was more of a kind of puzzle game, wasn't it? It was less actiony and more solving puzzles and stuff. But you know what? Those games can be good to develop and get a little bit more. It can help you with problem solving and stuff like that. But I understand that you prefer more actiony, faster games for sure. But good call with Captain. I'm going to change my Toad. Sorry, Joe. I'm going to change my Toad number 3 to Captain Toad. I like it. That's going to be my number 3. What were you saying?
What's your number 4?
Number 4. Number 4 for me, I've got to say, without thinking too much, I think You know what I'm thinking? Especially with the new Mario movie coming out. Well, out now, so should I say. Cranky Kong.
Yeah, exactly.
Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong.
Oh, yeah, I think, I know how he's gonna wear, but he's old and he's his grandpa. I don't know how he's going to do anything, but I think he's more obvious. I'm sorry, Adam, but I think Funky. Funky.
Oh, Funky's a good choice too. Or Chunky Kong. Chunky Kong could be good too. In fact, cross out Cranky Kong. I'm going Chunky Kong. I like Chunky Kong.
Good idea. I think Chunky would be a good part of DK series. We got, I think, King K will Diddy.
Yeah.
And King K will make Chunky be in. He'd be a funny character.
The problem I'm seeing with Chunky though is, do you think he would be a bit too similar with his moves than K. Rool would be? They're both big. They're strong.
Yeah.
They're both.
I think Lanky. I think obvious. Lanky Kong.
Oh, Lanky Kong is a great call, and he would run around on his hands. Like, did you play Donkey Kong 64?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I love Lanky. He's my favourite Donkey Kong character.
That's such a good call.
He's so funny. I think it'd be so funny as well. He's a very, very, very funny character.
Yeah, well said, Jay. I think now I almost want to change. You know what? I'm changing Chunky Kong to Lanky Kong for number 4 for me. You've converted me. Number 4, Lanky Kong. I love it. And for my...
Bye-bye, Chunky.
Yeah, that's bye-bye, Chunky. Hello, Lanky. I love that.
Lanky.
We don't want Cranky. We don't want Lanky. We do want Lanky. I'm getting tongue twisted in this. We want Lanky Kong.
Okay, let me say it. Slash Cranky, slash Chunky, hello, Lanky.
Yeah. Yeah, love it. You nailed that. And now...
What's your fifth one?
My fifth one, my final choice for number 5. Oh, I'm going to have to think about it for a second. There's so many choices. I'm trying to think. My thoughts are, what are some franchises in Smash that haven't got many extra characters? Oh, I think I've got it.
What is it?
Gruntilda the Witch from Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't?
Nah, I'm sorry.
You don't reckon? Imagine her spells.
I don't think the witch.
Imagine her.
Yeah, but it's like a. But with the fist fighting, it won't be good at all.
But remember her. I don't know if you remember, but her broom. Actually, I'm pretty sure her broom had eyes, and her broom was kind of another character in it. Imagine her using her broom, floating around the screen. I kind of like it.
Well, I thought you would say Cooper.
Cooper. Cooper's a good choice too, but I'm going to keep Gruntilda because maybe it's because I love Banjo-Kazooie too much. It's hard for me to say. You know what's another good choice though? Goomba. Goomba.
He will be a hilarious character. He was like hand-bonking everyone.
Imagine, but then Goomba wouldn't really have much moves that he could use, would he? Like...
Yeah, I think Goomba has to be crossed.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep Gruntilda as my number 5. I reckon I'm gonna keep because I think Gruntilda. That's our top 5, everyone. So let's see. Watch this space. If any of those predictions come to life, if we were right, that's what we hope. We'll see. But
and now they'll pick our top 5. Who's in Smash right now and get rid of him. Top 5 who we get rid of. First, I'll let you go first, Adam.
Oh, thank you. You know what my first thought was characters that you know, all those ones from like Pit and all those characters from those games. Like, I didn't play much. Oh, I'm trying to remember what it's called. What are all those characters that had like?
It's called Kid Curse. It's only made 2 games. There's Kid Curse and Kid Curse Uprising. That is not only 2. It's only 2 games.
Yeah, I didn't really play those games much.
I think for all odds, I think one of them has to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose. My first character that I think should go is Dark Pit.
Yeah, Dark Pit. Yeah, I have to go and swap it with Hades.
Yeah.
Very awesome pick.
I don't think Dark Pit is really needed. I think you've got Pit already. You don't really need another one, hey?
And we need another villain. And Kid Chris villain, Hades or Medusa. One of those two.
Yeah, well, you're the better thought on that because I haven't played that game before, Jay. So of the
No, I only heard two of these. I heard some of the characters: Dark Pit, Medusa, Hades, and Palutena. I think yeah. So my 5. That's your first one. Dark Pit's out of the list for you.
Yeah, and I think my second one, I would choose one of those, like Robin or Shulk or one of those. I feel like I
think you're right about the
Fire Emblem. That's right. Good call, Jay. Fire Emblem. That's what it was called.
I think we had to keep at least 3 of them. I think we had to keep the main guy, Marth.
Yep.
The second one to stay is it just came game like 3 houses and three houses, so Byleth has to stay.
Good call. Yeah, he can stay. What about Cloud or Corrin? Maybe they could I don't know.
That's my no. Cloud's from Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy could maybe one. I love those two, but I think they won't make a cut.
Nah, but you know what though? Sometimes I think like those games still are popular to lots of people. So even if I don't play them, lots of people probably really love them. So sometimes it's like maybe I should try those games. Just because I don't play them doesn't mean they're not good.
Ice Climbers. I don't like Ice Climbers that much.
Yeah, but
What do you think? Your opinion?
I kind of think that Ice Climbers have been around for a few Smash Brothers games now, all the way back since Melee, so I feel like I kind of have a bit of nostalgia towards them.
Yeah, I think Ice Climbers may be staying, but I think to do it, maybe get that step like Nana, Popo as one character.
I think that I think that Ice Climbers, I would never choose to play as them, but I think that there's still some value to them. If that makes sense.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think about Super Mario? What do you think about Super Mario Bros?
The movie, you mean?
No, the Smash.
Oh, as in Mario and Luigi. Oh, I think you have to keep them. They're like the main characters.
Yeah. Do I see a check mark?
I'm going to keep Mario and Luigi, definitely. Even though I don't really play as them, I still think they're just too faint. They're too much of main characters to leave out.
We make a list who think make a list who's preserved in Smash over on the side.
Yeah, definitely we will. I'll put the list up. But I think I wanted to ask you too, Jay. I feel like because we've talked about our favorite our predictions. We've talked about. I want to talk about something else for a second. I want to talk about what do you like the least about Smash Brothers? What would you change about the game? What is a part of the game you would change?
I have to be about how we told you before. I think adventure mode.
Oh, sorry, you did tell me that before. I'll cut this out. I forgot. Sorry, Jay, you did tell me that. So we've got the characters. We've got that. Did we talk about our mains? You talked about Banjo.
Oh, yeah. Okay. My main... my second main character has to be the big sword. I like him. And it's Ike. Oh. I love Ike.
Ike's a good choice. Now, who do you think...
I love his sword.
Sorry, keep going.
And my favourite has to be my... I think I'm going to put him in my channel most of the time. And I've got him right here. It's Yoshi.
Yoshi, that's your main. I think Yoshi is your main for sure. Is that who you're going to try to challenge me against today, with Yoshi?
Yep. And other characters as well, so...
Oh, so Yoshi...
Yoshi.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, Yoshi's going to be in Terryland.
Oh, good to hear, Yoshi. Yeah, I'm going to be in Terryland. I just came here to hear the podcast. All right, Yoshi. Well, good luck with the game. Now, I'm going to challenge you.
He's talking still.
Hey, let me back in. I want to keep talking. Hey, Yoshi, this is Jay and I's podcast. This is Jay and I's podcast, Yoshi. No, I'm coming back. I can talk as well as Smash.
Yoshi, calm down.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Terryland. We're gonna do uploads of Terryland podcast later. Okay.
Okay.
Go back to your house before I get Terry. A gangster.
Okay, I better run. I'll keep watching for more Terryland episodes later. Oh, he couldn't resist telling us. He couldn't resist telling us about the Terryland episodes. This is a podcast, Yoshi.
Oh my God, Yoshi. This is Yoshi always like that. He always likes talking to people. I'm sorry about Yoshi, guys.
That's okay, yeah. He couldn't resist giving another plug to Terryland episodes. But that is fine. Listeners, did you hear that? Don't miss it.
That's the second part of it, because soon we'll be talking about Terryland future. So, in the podcast as well, a little bit.
Oh, Terryland future. What exactly? Give us a quick, sell it to us in a few sentences.
Well, it's like futures going on in Terryland, what videos.
Sorry.
Like first ever. And we're doing a podcast podcast all about Terryland as well.
Ooh.
So all the plushies will be getting involved in the podcast as well.
Oh, I love that. So we're going to be doing a podcast hosted by the residents of Terryland.
Yeah. And also a gaming podcast. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, so there's going to be 2 podcasts, everyone, on Terryland. There's going to be one which is about gaming, where, as you can hear now, we're just going to
Yoshi, you're back.
Yoshi, go.
Yoshi's back.
Hey, and don't forget about the Terryland podcast. We just told him about that. We just told everyone about that, Yoshi. But I wanted to tell him one more time. Just don't forget about it. Hey, Jai Bowser wants to tell you about Terryland podcast as well. Hey, I'm trying to tell them about that. No, I'm trying to tell them about that. Don't forget, this is the gaming podcast.
Oh, no.
You guys fight away.
Oh,
We've got plenty of gaming to talk
sorry
about.
That,
That's okay,
oh,
Jay.
my God. Yeah. Me, the main guy, Paratrooper.
Oh, hey, how we going? I'm going to be one of the main hosts of the Terryland podcast coming soon, an improvised skit show where we talk about things on the fly and you learn about Terryland from all its residents. Thanks, Paratrooper. Now get going. This is our gaming podcast. Okay.
Patrick, I thought you worked. I had to hear you have to do your main work, Paratrooper.
I'm going to do my work. I just couldn't resist telling everyone about the podcast. Okay, we get it, Paratrooper. Now go away.
See you, man.
See you, Para. Okay, now Jay, we've got to have our Smash Brothers first battle to see who will win the battle.
Yeah. And also, you said Dark Pit. And what else do you think?
True. I think I'm going to name them out. Dark Pit, Shulk. I don't really like Lucina. I'd never really played as Lucina much before.
Okay.
Number 4 is I'm going to pick Crom. All of the ones, as you can tell, all of the kind of human-y characters from the games that I didn't play much. So it's kind of just my experience.
Like echoes.
Yeah, exactly. Just echoes. They're just too similar to each other, and it's just echo. Because it's like you can choose. Yeah, you go, Jay.
Yeah, and also some new characters will be awesome. We just said earlier on the podcast. So yeah, I think those guys will be in. I think some of the players like Ken. I think we're fine. I think we need like a girl character like Chun-Li or something. From a girl for Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's a good call. We do need. Yeah, that's a great point. Actually, we need some diversity in the Street Fighter characters. We need some strong female characters. That's a good call. I like that. We've covered. You go.
Yeah, So we got Hero, but I think we have. I'm sad to say, but Tuan won't make in the next Smash game. I'm a bit upset about it.
I think he will. I think he will. He's a great character. He's one of my mains, I must say. I love PP.
Yeah, but he's my tournament champion for 40, I don't know how many times. But I mean, most of Yoshi, I can't tell how many times I win with Yoshi. At least over 1,000 times.
I think that he would be a popular choice with players, Piranha Plant. I feel like he won't get taken away. I feel like people like to play as him. Is he popular in tournaments, do you know?
Not really. Only a couple of people play as him. Fifth dislike.
My fifth dislike.
What's your fifth dislike?
I'd have to say... Oh, it's a hard choice. Maybe those like me kind of ones, the me brawlers and all those me ones. I never really played with them much.
Like me fighters.
Yeah, that's the word. Fighters, the me fighters. I don't know. Like I get that some people like that you can make your own, but I've never really been into that.
I think me fighters is a good call as well but I hate me costumes as well.
Nah, same, exactly. I don't like them much either. I feel like I'd rather play as a character I know. You agree?
Yeah, I think me fighters me fighters is just the worst. I hate it. I never use it in Smash ever. I never use it ever.
Same.
I pick someone, I think me fighters has to be on my bottom 5 as well.
And
what's
your
honest opinion?
I'd agree with that.
Well, I think I had to get rid of him. I had to get rid of him straight away. I don't like this character one bit. It's like a copy of Mario, Dr. Mario. He has to go. Yeah,
he should be a skin. See you, Dr. Mario. Number 3?
I think Toon Link and Young same. Just a combine of 3.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Those two.
Bring the echoes together.
I think Toon Link doesn't know.
Yeah.
Number 2. And number 2, I have to say Bowser Jr.
Oh, Bowser Jr. Yeah, you know what? I like the juniors.
Yeah. But I love Bowser Jr. But I think I had to stuck with something. Bowser Jr. will be staying. I think Terry gotta go. So I'm sorry, but he's still in a different console. Terry Bogard. I think he has to go.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you think about Terry?
I don't mind.
Junior,
the red ripped kind of jacket. Yeah, I know who you mean now. So I got them mixed up. That goes to show that I don't play as them much. Terry and Little Mac. Little Mac's the one that I like. He's the better one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah. And also the final one. I think my 5th one. It's a bit hard, but I made my decision. Shake. It's like a Zelda copy.
Yeah, that's true.
Opinion.
I kind of like that they brought in another Zelda character, and Sheik was pretty iconic in Ocarina of Time. Thank you all so much for listening to episode 1 of the Terryland Gaming Podcast. Jay, what did we talk about? Smash Brothers, our favourite characters.
And also Terryland Future. That's called in the new podcast. It's called Terryland Future. And in episode 2, we've been talking about Super Mario Odyssey this time.
Good choice. So, preview episode 2, Super Mario Odyssey. Maybe we can explore a few of Mario's best games in his history.
Yeah, and we got a special guest coming. Plushie is going to be joining the podcast, and it's one of the new. You remember him? He said, remember in the first video on YouTube, he said he's a Ruby, he loves rubies and gaming. Sapphire will be joining the...
Sapphire! Yeah, because I like all kinds of games, remember? I'm happy to talk about any kind of games that you want to talk about. So I'm ready to join the gaming podcasters. So it's going to be Jay, Sapphire, and Adam ready for the Terryland Gaming Podcast. Stay listening, subscribe. Thank you for listening.